I think for me, probably there are two inspiring moments which happened just before the whole two-tone thing took over, which I became involved in musically. The first was Bob Marley. I got the chance to see him at Bingley Hall in Stafford. I'm not sure that's a venue anymore, but he was absolutely mesmerizing. And I do know that even though I didn't know them at the time, there were other members of what would become the Selector at that particular gig. So maybe that had that as an inspiring moment too. But the main thing that I remember about him is he was on stage and he was just in some weird other space, some transcendent space. And I'd never seen anybody actually perform like that before. And it was as though he was there in body, but his spirit was somewhere else. And I thought that was completely mesmerizing. And at that point in time, I wished I was him. My other defining moment that I would say that really made me think about the possibilities of what you could do on stage was seeing Steel Pulse in, again, the late 70s. And they were on a program called Sight and Sound. And that was the first time I saw someone actually make a political statement on stage just by what they were wearing. And they were wearing Ku Klux Klan hoods. And they were singing their single, Ku Klux Klan. And for me, it just opened up an entire world into the possibility of being able to make a political statement. And for that to be mainstream because it was a hit. And I think we took those lessons into the Selector. I think when I'd seen Bob Marley and also when I'd seen Steel Pulse, at that time I was a singer-songwriter in terms of the fact that I accompanied myself on guitar. And I had one particular song, which is They Make Me Mad, which was a collaboration and was the first song really I took to the band, the Selector, and they began working with that. And that very much summed up the person that I was at that time. I was very, very conscious that as a female that talking about overtly political lyrics was not the way to get into the charts as such. So that was a first.